I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside a ghost and hop up in a fan on. I know I'm about to blow, oh, oh, when you done. They try to take my flow, I take their ass for ransom. I know that I'm gone, they see me blowing up, now they say they want some. I got 2 twin Glocks, 22
drives over Gobert, it's good with 8/10 of a second left to give the Thunder a 1-point lead. Timeout Utah. MVP caliber shot by an MVP candidate. Split into doubles and then over one of the best shot blockers in the league. Rainbows that one in to give the Thunder the advantage.
Teardrop. That one was up there by the shot clock right there, Dave.
That scraped the sky on the way down.
Wow. You got to think Paul George has to get a touch at some point, and he does. The 3-ball quickly, got it, and one! My George!
Now watch him come off that. Here he comes off the screen, and then he goes up right away. You say, well, what happened? Butler was a half a step back. Why? Because the screen is a big screen by Adams. Now you still have to make the
2-point game. Here comes Westbrook. Off to Adams. Westbrook corner. George for the lead. Westbrook got the assist. It is a 3.
Absolutely.
They've got the lead. Westbrook has a triple-double, and Paul George may have just won this game for the Thunder.
Gets one to go there off the steal in transition. Long distance bomb from George, keeping the hopes of the Thunder alive.
Durant blocked. Diallo swats Durant, tried to go behind the back. It ends up in the hands of George. Reverse stuff.
Time to put pressure on the Nets.
Ball, Paul George elevates, and the Thunder is dunk off the feed from Westbrook. Thunder in this fourth quarter.
Oh, look at that, just hung up there, had elevation, hang time.
George sizing him up. Boy, we've seen that go down so many times, but he saves it out of bounds, and it sets up a T-Bird triple.
I'm gonna let you talk about that.
Wow. 6-3 OKC, but Lakers with the handle on the basketball, and it's thrown away. They lead in steals. This guy right there leads the NBA in steals. Paul George.
For trouble as he's got his second steal already and his second flush.
Off ball screens, they're switching very little. On ball, they'll switch a little bit more, but you're right. Paul George with a terrific. But the catch and go by George, the bump by Matthews, and the shot over the backboard. That's a horse shot.
His 30th.
I did not think the day was going to end with a Lorenzo Williams reference. You didn't get the production call on that? Oh, Paul George.
Murray can't get that one to fall. And I'm interested to see this matchup because that would look personal. That looked like he had some anger for MVP. 9-0 run here in the first quarter for the Thunder. We'll be back.
Aminu, ball came up and got blocked by George. But what a denial on the defensive end by Paul George.
You talk about access denied at the rim. Paul George, just perfect timing. Laker town, but for a minute, it was a Clipper town.
Boy, beautiful ball movement. The Thunder started by Schroeder, who rifled a pass down low to George.
We know Paul can dribble, but he can pass it too. That's a tough pass in traffic.
The back of the rim is the Thunder inching closer up ahead. George soars and throws it down. By PG-13, nobody can stop that. Get above the rim. Forcing Tom Thibodeau and the T-Wolves. I'm a little surprised they're not putting anybody on the ball here. They're going to double team Dennis Schroeder, but they get it into Paul George. Has time to take a dribble, pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. Paul George at the buzzer from downtown. Halftime lead. Steven Adams was wide open on the inbounds pass. That's plenty of time to get it to Paul George. Even had time to take a dribble. How about that shot?
Shot. It ends up being Thunderball anyway, and a breakaway for George. And a stop!
How about that overtime game? 3 minutes left. Down 2, and you go with a windmill.
There's a truck, and they make the call. George. Oh, my goodness. Paul George bouncing off of Isaac.
Unbelievable right here. Watch Jonathan Isaac. There's the bump. Hands up.
Goodness.
But as soon as he feels the contact, letting that one go.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, it's easy to underappreciate the career of Wilt Chamberlain. It's not hard to appreciate Paul George as Westbrook has his triple-double.
Here's George, puts it on the floor, gets past 2 guys, stuffs it on the freak.
Here in this quarter. Look at Paul George too, Mike. Oh, beautiful pass, and George with the slam. Execution, on-point delivery, little backdoor play, and Russell Westbrook delivers the pass. Paul George.
Around shot, no good. George spins and floats it up and in.
And he's still in attack mode. I love that because you know he can shoot the three. Kind of set Luka Doncic up, and watch out. Here we go.
George all the way up and over.
That's how he is. Before you can talk about one move.
But that is a big three. Is Indiana remaining close here? Got it down to single digits. George off the bump. Oh, it floats in.
Oh, either.
Shooter to get it into Westbrook. Westbrook over to George. George got the flyby. 3 on the way. He's good with 3.1 seconds. George gives the Thunder the 2-point lead.
Watch this, folks.
On 3. As George was left open, made the right decision, got the flyby, plenty of time, and only fitting as he's got 47 on.
Defense is making things happen. But boy, look at this here. 3 white shirts.
Off the backboard, and Grant with the exclamation point. Grant, he can get up with the rest of them for the highlight reel.
And this is great hustle. Great hustle and having fun.
George, the rebound. A little bit of time here for the Thunder as he will launch it from half court, and it goes.
I'm going to tell you a story about that shot. He and Raymond Felton were practicing that shot before the game.
You're going to check